Yeah. Yeah, damn it, yeah! Welcome everybody to the One Shot Killers Welcome to the One Shot Killers podcast. I'm your host, the hardcore icon, Brent Scott Noon, with your co-host, the King of Style. Everybody's favorite little pepperoni jabroni, JoJo Valvano.
It's been 2 years. 2 years and you still can't get the intro right.
Well, Joe, you see what happened? I've been at work all day. I ain't smoked pot since 7 a.m. It's been over 12. So
what you're saying is you need a hit.
Yes, it's been over 12 hours, Joe. It's going on 13.
Hey, at least you know that hit right now is going to go
But yes, Joe, I fucked up our intro. But that's all right, bro, because you know what Alan Jackson once said, I don't care, it's 420 somewhere, all right? And, okay, bro, 420, so I just smoked your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? My boy Dom finally got his chicken nuggets from Liv.
With the sauce.
And she didn't forget the sauce, most importantly.
And, bro.
He was eating good, bro. I seen that plate.
And you know what the first part of his post said? She gets me.
And then you got JD ripping the shirt up saying, I didn't like this anyways.
And you know what, bro?
He
could have stuck with Finn Balor. Finn Balor. All right, Livy, Dom. And you know, bro, now you know Carlito is going to get his PS5.
That's the real man right there that wants his PS5.
Yes, sir. He don't care about if Dominic's fucking mommy. He don't care if he's fucking Livy. He cares about his PS5.
Most of us men.
Yes, sir. I have a PS5, and I'll tell you right now. All right? I'd choose it before pussy any day of the week.
I agree. I just think it's...
Like, Joe, shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. Ever since I was knee-high, mofo, all right, we had PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5.
Now PS5.
Exactly. See, consistency, all right, over 20 years. All right? See, you name me one time, bro, sometimes, like, when you're spending an arm, a leg, and a nutsack on a video game, that can be kind of rough. But I guess, other than that, name me a time where video games let you down.
I can't remember, honestly. And GTA 6 is going to be the best game of the decade of the last, like...
And, bro, it's based off of our favorite people.
Me? Right? My Florida people.
Joe, my Florida people. I was raised there, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you don't live here no more. I do, so there's
still
my people.
And Joe, you know why? Because I was smart. I got her and I got the fuck out of there. All right?
It's not that bad of an area. Some areas are.
Well, Joe, I grew up in the hood. You grew up in the country.
Yeah.
So where I had drugs coming in and out of my house every hour, you, buddy, you just lived in the country, all right, playing like your little redneck wrestling, all right, out on your trampoline.
That's literally it. We got suburban. We got all that country stuff over here.
All right, yeah. Not all of us lived in the country. Some of us lived in the hood.
True, but bro, you're gonna get what you wanted. Cody Rhodes said yesterday on the press conference that he wants Roman Reigns another championship match. Part 3 or 2, whichever. I think 3. Yeah, 3.
Bro, this is why we love Cody Raheem Rhodes, bro. Right here. Right motherfucking here.
Fighting champion.
Fighting champion. And he knows. The tribal chief. The OG tribal chief. All right, the big dog deserves his title shot.
We'll see what happens, but he is
All
a
right, because
fighting champion.
I've seen all the little Mark's tweets. I've seen all the little Marks on Instagram. All right, I've seen them. All right, and you know what? A lot of people are saying that the aura that only Roman Reigns can bring is back, and that WWE just became more next level with the return of our tribal chief.
A lot of big things happen on that show, bro. Like you got the Judgment Day turn with Damian and Mommy, and then you got Gunther winning the world title. You got Seth, Punk, and Drew having just a brawl. Seth freaking screwing over Punk.
Well, the biggest thing is that match was emotional. That match, one, told a great story, but two, it showed that Punk still has it. And three, Punk didn't get fucked over by Rollins. Punk didn't get fucked over by Drew. Punk got fucked over by his own emotions.
Yeah,
and
but Seth was still wearing it.
It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter, bro. If he had focused on Drew McIntyre, he would have won the match, wrong or right.
You're right. Like I agree in ways. I just feel like Seth putting on that bracelet, looking at Punk. I don't know. I just felt like he did it heelish in a way.
But now, Joe, and one more thing happened on that show. LA Knight
took the United States Championship.
Beat Logan Paul, bro, for the U.S. Championship. And on top of that, Machine Gun Kelly gave him a thing of brass knuckles, and he still lost.
Machine Gun didn't listen, bro. The last time he was in a wrestling area, he got his ass powerbombed. Well, botched it almost. Still powerbombed through the stage. Or off the stage.
Are you talking about where he went through the table, or are you talking about when Kevin Owens threw him off the stage and he
threw him off the stage, bro? And the way he was, like, oh shit, he almost fell.
Okay, yeah, so that's the one where Kevin Owens almost fell with him off the stage, and MGK almost landed on his neck.
Dude, you should say he almost landed with him.
He did, bro. Watch back that power bomb. Kevin Owens almost fell off the damn stage with him.
I'm not trying to laugh. That's fucked up.
Shit, because my girlfriend's a huge Machine Gun Kelly fan, sometimes I still go back and watch Kevin Owens powerbomb him off the stage.
Bro, honestly, I'm glad that LA Knight took the title because I thought Machine Gun Kelly was going to screw him over.
And, bro,
I'd rather see Eminem.
Oh.
I know MGK and I know Eminem.
Me too. But Joe, I would go with Eminem too, but I don't want to get kicked out of my own garage. All right.
I'm gonna pack a hit then.
All right, brother, because Joe, we're here.
See, unlike yours, mine's not gonna botch out.
Joe, this is a brand new lighter, bro. I just bought the bitch.
I'm talking about your torch.
Oh, ha ha! You know what, Joe? You crack them jokes. All right? I bet you feel so fucking funny right now, funny man. Ha ha!
I am funny.
My love. Did you hear that? What's wrong with you? Okay. Catch. Got your boy. Right away. All right. There's one puff this time. Two puffs this time. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. And crisscross. And everybody clap their hands. Clap, 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 clap. Yeah! Like a big boy, damn it.
I had to hold that in because you were pissing me off.
What? Did you almost start laughing when I said
yeah, you
one half this time?
You sick man.
Joe, the thing is, you went to a Florida school, so I know that they sang this to you in PE.
Oh, I know for sure. I remember that. I went to Narcoossee Middle.
Yep, this is see Joe, and that's the place where me and you became best friends.
Yeah, I hated that school though.
Well, yeah, but you know what? This is my favorite thing about that time. You would hardly talk to anybody while you were there, and then the only person who could get you to speak was me because I'd start talking to you about CM Punk and wrestling.
Yep, I remember that.
And see, and that's when wrestling was good too. Like, bro, you had the Shield, CM Punk,
The
Brock
Wyatt family.
Lesnar, John Cena still had muscle. Like, bro,
There was a lot of great stuff. Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement.
Edge hadn't returned yet.
A lot of great stuff at that time, bro. But
Wait, no. I mean, I'm happy that Edge returned. Is it bad that I honestly think they botched? Like, he's had great matches since he's came back. He should have won the world title at 37. 10 years to the day of his retirement.
He should have, and Roman retained it.
But you know what? It's okay, though. We forgive Roman Reigns because we know that what's better than wrestling, what's better than weed, what's better than wax, Joe. All right? What gets you higher than weed and wax? Roman Reigns.
All right, well, while you're taking your hit, I want to talk about NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
A show that was absolutely fan-effing-tastic.
Joe, I'm gonna mute myself because I don't want to overspeak you when I go to cough. So, Joe, take her away because this show was fan-fucking-tastic, and I want to hear it from you yourself because I know what NXT meant to you.
All right, well, we started off with the first match, which was for the North American Championship. It was Adam Cole, or EC3 came out first, then Adam Cole, Lars Sullivan, Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, Killian Dane, which is crazy that all of these guys that I've named are no longer in WWE, which is insane to think about. Like, that is insane. That none of them, not even the winner, is in WWE. But this match was epic. This match was literally almost an hour long. It was for the first ever North American title. These 6 guys literally killed each other.
This is the North American title ladder match, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen this 1,000 times over. This is.
Yeah.
I know exactly what match you're talking about because fucking. All right, so at the time, key words, at the time, I wanted the Velveteen Dream to win, and because he reminded me of Shawn Michaels. And then I believe it was Cole. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
yeah, Adam Cole wins because there's so many parts to this match, bro. Ricochet got the loudest pop of all these 6 guys.
Well, that's because the motherfucker was doing like.
He was special at the time. He was unique. He was different, and then WWE screwed him up.
I remember this one time, bro. Adam Cole like super kicked him while he was like upside fucking down, coming off a flip.
In this ladder match, Ricochet jumps and gets super kicked by Cole, which
bro, that one was like what Shawn did to Shelton, if you remember.
Yeah, I believe Cole Ricochet was Brooklyn 2018.
Yep.
I believe, yeah. And that match right there was holy shit. But I just, like, there was so much to this match, bro. Even the big guys, Killian Dane and Lars, they had a part where they both slammed 2 guys through a ladder.
Now, I will say, bro, Lars Sullivan fucked up his WWE career. But at this time, he was actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to talk about him, to be honest. But
I mean, like I said, we're talking about at the time, though.
Yeah, at the time, though, the dude looked like a beast. He did. Like, he slammed even Killian off the ladder. Like, there was, like, you got Ricochet jumping off, landing onto Lars Sullivan and pushing both of them off. Like, he came in like a freaking grenade, bro. Like Lars is at the ladder, and this dude just out of nowhere, whoosh, and then they fall off the ladder, and I'm like, holy shit, bro! Like, there's so many parts to this match that I'm probably missing already, but this match was special. 46 minutes.
And I can already see the smile on your face and a little bit of a glow in your eye. Like, bro, why did this time mean so much to you?
Because NXT was wrestling. Like, it had stories, obviously, but the wrestling was just so damn good. 5 matches for every show for takeovers, and they were the best 5 matches. That's all you need. I don't need more matches. I'll take 5 and have them all mean something, then have 7 and 8, and then 4 of them mean something and the others don't. Like,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, you know how you're currently liking what's going on with WWE?
Yeah.
Has that brought back that NXT takeover feeling or no?
In ways at times, yeah. Not like SummerSlam felt a lot like takeover in a way, but like I can't explain it, bro. Like these takeovers were just they were different, bro. Like to this show, just like
you said that there were times that takeover to you was better than WrestleMania.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's not even an opinion. Like that's a fact. Like if you watch these shows, you will see what I mean. And I kind of want to start doing that on a Sunday. Like next Sunday, we can just start looking back at old NXT events because I'm telling you, bro, if you watched it, you would believe.
I'm glad that we talked about this one because I'll be honest, I was at work, so I didn't get to rewatch it. But the minute you said what the show started with, I was like, bro, I know this pay-per-view off the top of my fucking head because it was the first time I ever seen Ricochet wrestle.
Ricochet, dude, he looked like a star. But this man got pushed off, and he still flipped.
And, bro, I'll be honest with you, Ricochet was the most impressive guy in the match.
I would have had him win.
I think what's crazy is, like, you listen to commentary, they're talking about how all these young guys are the future of WWE.
And now they're all gone.
Not one of them is left in the company.
Great match, though. Adam Cole wins in the end, which is wild. But then we get to the NXT Women's title match that I also really enjoyed. It was Shayna Baszler at the time who looked so dominant. She was a beast in this time.
Now, I will say this. NXT champion Shayna Baszler is 10 times better than main roster Shayna Baszler. And even with her going back to NXT and being on GCW, I don't know how to explain it to you, Joe, but she's still in NXT. She is just a hell of a lot better than she was on Raw and SmackDown.
I agree. But her and Amber Moon. Now think about this. Amber Moon.
Oh, Ember. What?
Athena.
And bro, and this is when Ember Moon won the title, right?
No, she was the champion going into the match, and she loses because she passes out. Basically, she's fighting like how Priest did last night, but then she just goes out, knockout. Good night, new women's champion, and Shayna looked dominant, but Amber Moon looked great too, bro. See, at these times, NXT just. The stars felt different. Even the women's division. It was just all great. There was some dumb shit, don't get me wrong, but most of this shit was so, so, so good. Like,
I think, too, another thing to remember, yeah, there was dumb shit, but the dumb shit was not like it was, especially if we're looking back at the time, 2018, 2019, the dumb shit was there, but it was nowhere near as bad as Raw.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
sure.
And I'll be honest with you, I can remember Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler at NXT. They were booked a hell of a lot better. I remember when Ember Moon came up to SmackDown on the main roster, and Vince killed her career not even 3 months into her run.
Awful, man. I just don't get it. You could be booked so good on NXT and then goes to the main roster and it's over.
And bro, that happened for Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, EC3, Asuka, Ember, Shayna, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Karrion Cross,
We can keep naming them, honestly. But, like,
Samoa Joe.
yeah. One of my favorite parts of this takeover in particular is the triple threat match for the tag team titles. This match itself was really, really good, hard hitting at so many different times. But Roddy Strong turning on Pete Dunne. Pete's literally doing his finisher. He's about to get the cover. Roddy runs in, kicks him in the head, picks him up like a suplex, and flips him and does the knee.
This was the tag match against it was either AOP or the War Raiders.
It was AOP versus Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, and then Pete Dunne and Roddy Strong, triple threat.
And this is where, because I remember this, bro. Fucking Pete Dunne had just hit the bitter end.
Yeah, and then
he's going to win the match. Roddy bopped his ass
right in the freaking head.
He takes the thing off of Adam Cole's arm
and puts it on his. And that play started. Yes, I remember at this time, literally WrestleMania 34 weekend, I was going crazy when Roddy turned. Like, I remember the inner me, the 15-year-old me.
Like, bro, you're bringing back a lot of good memories. 2018, I would have been 17, Joe. You're
19, 20 self, whatever, around there, but still.
You would have been 19. I know, you would have been 20, Joe. Because think about it, you're 3 years older than me. I was 17.
Yeah. Okay, so I would have been 20, but still, I marked out like a 15-year-old kid, bro. NXT at the time was so damn good. I don't know how many times I can say it. Like, I wish I could have reviewed these shows live.
Oh, Joe, if we would have had the podcast then, oh my God, bro.
That would have been insane, man. But that match was so damn good. But them all being together the first time, undisputed, baby. Never get those moments, bro. Especially when Cole debuted at Brooklyn 3 with Kyle and Bobby there. They attacked Drew. And then a few months later, they get Roddy, and they all have gold.
See, now, I will be honest with you. I never understood this. When they attacked Drew, and Drew ends up losing the title, he was injured for a little bit, and then he came back up to the main roster. All right? He never went back to NXT after he recovered from his injury.
Or even to feud with Cole.
Exactly. And so that match, 1, never happened. I want you to think about it. 2, Drew McIntyre was one of the more popular baby faces in NXT. And then they brought him up, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but they put him with Ziggler like almost immediately.
Yeah.
Why did you?
Some of it was dumb, bro.
Like, honestly, bro, I would have kept Drew in NXT. I understand that, like, you know, it all worked out later. You know what I mean? But I think Drew McIntyre versus Adam Cole is a match that should have happened.
It did happen. Wait, what'd you just say? Say that again?
So, when
No, just say the match again, what you just said.
Drew versus Adam.
Yeah, that never happened. I don't know why I thought you said Johnny versus Adam. I'm like, that did happen.
No, not Johnny versus Adam. Those matches were fantastic. I'm talking about Drew versus Adam.
That would have been good, too. That should have happened, honestly. But another match that had me going crazy because I didn't think about this, Andrade with Selena Vega took
versus
on
Johnny
Aleister Black.
Oh, shit.
His girl is representing the other man. Think about that. And dude, she came into the ring and did like a freaking move onto him. Made him land on his head.
Oh, didn't she hit him with like a Hurricane Rana?
Yeah, and he literally was like freaking selling like, holy crap.
Bro, he sold that shit like it was the Ultimate Warrior throwing him across the ring.
And I've told you this for times and times, that Aleister Black, Malachi, whatever the fuck you want to call him, he is effing fantastic. If you watch this match, you know what I mean.
Well,
he put on a great match.
Just his entrance alone, bro, when he would rise up from the coffin and then he'd come up, bro, like that shit was badass.
Goosebumps watching this over. And then him throwing Selena at Andrade and then just kicking him in the head. 1, 2, 3. New world champion. And I've said this, Alistair should have been more in WWE, but Malachi should also be more in AEW.
So let me ask you this, Joe. Because it happened to Ty Dillinger, it happened to Malachi. Hell, it's even happened to Buddy Murphy. There's a couple others I can name, Keith Lee. Joe, how come you say these guys are good, right? But the two biggest companies in North American wrestling both booked them like shit.
I don't know, man. They can't say he doesn't draw because that's bullshit.
I'm not gonna say he doesn't draw. Because like you said, we've seen him in NXT. You know he can wrestle.
We know he has a good character. He has people behind him. It's just if you make it take forever, people are gonna forget.
So I guess I'm asking you, why do you think these two companies don't push him?
I don't know, honestly, bro. I can't explain to you why because I have no idea. If he wasn't good, that's one thing. If he did something bad, that's one. He didn't do none of that stuff. He's fucking great. He is great. I don't say that about a lot of wrestlers, bro, but this dude has it all. Aleister Black, Malachi, whatever he is, he's money. He needs to be on television, and he needs to be winning titles. This match was so damn good, bro. The crowd loved it, and the minute he hit his finishing move and won that title, that place popped. Like, that place popped. And this is a takeover crowd, so these are the hardcore fans. If they're cheering you, you're great.
And Joe, and so how do you feel about this? You're right. Because look, you can go back and literally, if you were to watch NXT, and I can only say this about the takeovers from 2019 onwards. I seen those. All right. Some of the fans, like for example, when they were in Orlando, because they were there a lot, you would see the same fans, bro, like almost every fucking week if you looked in the crowd hard enough.
Yeah, which doesn't bother me as much.
It doesn't bother me. It shows you that NXT fans were passionate.
And they were loud. It's not like they just showed up and weren't loud. Like, they showed up and they made sure their voice was heard, and they cheered who they wanted to. They booed who they wanted to.
Joe, what happened to those fans? Because, like, you get them in the international crowds, you know what I mean? But you don't get that week to week. And I'm talking Dynamite, I'm talking TNA, I'm talking Raw, SmackDown. You do not get that NXT loud-ass reaction throughout the whole arena every week like you did in NXT.
I don't know, honestly. Like, those crowds were special, bro. I love wrestling, but, like, there's something special about NXT. Like, I know I don't like the new stuff now. There's some moments that I liked about it, but Black and Gold was just a different time, and it was just, for those 5 years, from 2015 to 2020, about 6 years, somewhere around there, those were the best wrestling days for me. Like, honestly, I always watched NXT takeovers. I never missed them. Like, I would have a better chance of missing WrestleMania than missing these takeovers. And they were 5 matches. Some of them were 4. For the War Games, 4 matches. But all of them delivered. All of them had story going into them. And all of them meant something.
You know why I think their shows delivered? Take War Games, right? There's only 4 matches. So each and every single match has time. Like, think about this. If it's a 2-hour pay-per-view, right, Joe? Just 2 hours, which is an episode of SmackDown.
Or Raw. Not Raw.
Each match would have a half hour. Think about that. 4 matches, 30 minutes each, 2 hours.
That's fine by me because it gives more time for the match and the story to progress and all that good stuff. So I'm fine with that.
But do you believe that every single match like needs to take 20 to 30, 40 minutes?
No, but I'll take 4 or 5 out of 10, and half of them meaning shit, and the others are good.
Fair, I guess actually when I look back at this pay-per-view, because Joe, I have not watched it since it happened. I honestly have not. And the fact that I can sit here and tell you, okay, Roddy, how he joined the Undisputed Era, betraying Pete Dunne, and he had to take Adam Cole's armband off of him and put it on himself.
That was a holy shit moment.
The North American ladder match, Cole winning, and like
Alistair and Shayna both winning titles.
bro, the fact that I can remember this shit that happened in 2018.
And then you got one more match.
It should tell you how good it is.
Ciampa versus Gargano in an uncensored
This was their street fight, and bro, this was the one where fucking Ciampa throws Gargano off the fucking like platform through the table.
Dude, this man came out to legit no music, but fuck you, Ciampa. Fuck you, Ciampa. Tell me you're not over that. You're not.
You have
hating.
you have no music, but your music is literally people telling you "fuck you."
And that's all you hear. Fuck you, Ciampa. Fuck you, Ciampa. Johnny wrestling. Fuck you, Ciampa. Johnny wrestling. And then he's just being there like the biggest dick, like. And then he does Johnny's thing, and the crowd's just, bro, I'm telling you.
But that fucking pop when Johnny Gargano comes down.
And he was just
and he was dressed up as Captain America.
This.
Bro, I do remember this fucking shit because the match started at ringside with fucking Gargano using like a trash can lid as like a Captain America shield and smacking him over the fucking head with it.
Yeah, and they got freaking, they went to the crowd.
And do you remember the Cesaro section?
Yeah.
And those little flags? You seen all the little Johnny wrestling symbols in the crowd?
That dude was a monster babyface, bro. But Ciampa took crutches from a dude that couldn't stand. And
now
this
that's
man
fucked up, bro.
Man literally.
They go into the crowd. He literally takes a handicapped man's crutches to beat the fuck out of Johnny Gargano with him.
And he makes him walk away, and he's looking at him laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh. Ciampa's just sitting there like. And then he looks at him with the. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Bro, and Ciampa ended up winning this match.
No, Johnny wins.
Johnny wins?
Yeah, Johnny feels bad at the ending because he's sitting there having, a baby face, sitting there feeling bad. He goes to sit down. He puts down the whatever he had in his hand, and then Ciampa had his brace for his leg near him, and he went to hit him, and Johnny grabbed him, put him into like a submission hold, and grabbed the brace and pushed it in his face until he would tap out. Yeah.
Damn.
And literally, it was brutal, bro. He was literally like, tap, tap, tap. That match you're talking about, I think that was the Money in the Bank weekend because they had a whole bunch of matches.
I'm thinking of the one, bro, where he dressed up as Captain America.
I think that was
the match ended with Ciampa throwing Gargano off the platform.
But he's handcuffed, right? I think he's handcuffed because he couldn't get up.
Because he hit the Willow's bell on the wooden part of the ring.
I thought Johnny hit him, but he got hurt so bad that he couldn't get back up. But Ciampa literally just rose up because of the chain.
I don't know if we're talking about the same match, bro.
I remember Johnny they're in the stage area, and he goes to hit this dude, like, personally, and kick him in the face.
Bro, Ciampa ends up hitting, what's Sheamus's move, bro? The white noise. He ends up hitting white noise, bro, off the fucking platform.
Yeah, that's
and
another
they go
one
through
I
the
remember.
tables.
I don't think that's this match. This is their first match where it was just uncensored and, like, they're just
No,
They're
so this
killing each.
wasn't that match. I'm thinking the street fight.
Yeah, this is a different. They're brawling basically. They are killing each other and it's basically a street fight in a way, but dude, there literally was a spot where he power bombed Ciampa onto the concrete with nothing on it, just concrete, and the crowd's chanting, "You deserve it, you deserve it."
You know what? Where's Moxley to chant out the crowd? You sick fucks! You sick fucks!
Bro, I was chanting, "You deserve it too." Ciampa deserved all that shit he was getting. I love Ciampa, but that man put poor Johnny through everything. The minute they lost their ladder match, and he says, "It's my time now," and he grabs his brother and throws him into the freaking
Stage.
yeah, the stage, and like that's a heel moment I will never forget. I watched that takeover live.
So I didn't watch it live, but
We
I
gotta do
watched
that
it.
one next. Let's watch that one.
I watched a clip on YouTube. They had lost the tag title match,
Against
and
AOP.
and he's walking up the stage with Gargano around his shoulder, and then he fucking yeets him right into the fucking stage, bro.
We gotta review that one next Sunday because that was Money in the Bank. That also has Pete Dunne versus oh my god.
Wasn't that also Dream versus Malachi?
Wait, say that again.
Dream versus
I'm gonna look it
Malachi.
up. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
All right, because like maybe I'm thinking of different takeovers, but
There's so many, bro.
If it's when Alistair was the champion,
This
Alistair
is back though.
Oh, I'm thinking Alistair versus Dream.
Takeover Money in the Bank weekend because this is Money in the Bank weekend 2017. Hold on, I'm just looking for the.
Bro, all I gotta do is search Ciampa turning on Gargano.
No, I know that one. I'm talking. Yeah, true. What am I saying? I should.
Okay. You want to
I don't know what the name is.
Okay. Let's see. While you're searching that, I'm gonna answer comments. Hey, brothers, what's going on, Jordan? How you doing, brother? Happy Sunday, and God bless you. Happy Sabbath. Hope you're doing well. And WWE should have had Cody Rhodes versus Solo in a steel cage match. It would have been better than Bloodline match. I agree, and also Roman Reigns shouldn't have returned until after Cody beat Solo, in my honest opinion. And Joe, I think you were saying that last night too.
Yeah.
I am, but fucking, this is where I'm so happy you said what you did. That Cody on the press show said, "Hey, if Roman Reigns wants another match, I'm all game."
We're reviewing this card next week, bro. Think about this: Ciampa versus Gargano, or not? Never mind. What am I thinking? Johnny and Ciampa versus AOP for the tag team titles at a ladder match. Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne.
The masturbator.
That match right there already has my attention. Bobby Roode versus Hideo Itami. Asuka versus Ruby Soho versus Nikki Cross for the women's championship.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, that's the card we're doing next week.
Be good.
This exploded.
Bet.
That's a Chicago crowd too, so they're red hot as well. Especially for Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate. Take my money.
Bro, if you want to see two jobbers.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, they are jobbers, but they're good wrestling jobbers. All right? And you're going to see the masturbator, all right, versus Pete Dunne.
Sick
All right.
man.
The masturbator is going to play with little Peter.
You sick man. I'm gonna pack another dab hit.
And Joe, you act like you got to take a dab because of some of the shit I say.
You're a sick man, you know that?
I try. And I'll be back, bros. Say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Bro, if I think about what makes NXT worth watching, but it would be the women's division and Joe Hendry.
Yeah, but that soon's gonna go away for Joe Hendry.
No, it's not. No, it's
If
not.
he signs with them.
Because the WWE just signed a deal with TNA to where Joe Hendry has full, complete 24-hour access to the Performance Center, and there's contract negotiations happening for Joe Hendry with both WWE and TNA.
Well, that's good. I don't know.
So, Joe, you might be getting more Joe Hendry.
He's still got to go after freaking Josh Alexander.
I agree. You can't have him leave TNA until he beats Josh Alexander's ass.
Like, he just got attacked by the dude. We can't beat WWE and AEW and forget about that.
Right, because, bro, I remember that. I was pissed off because he got kicked in the dick.
We're smart fans. Remember that. We're not your ordinary dumb stoners, all right?
All right? We're super stoners.
Yeah, but we still use our brain.
Joey, you fucking kill me.
I'm gonna say this before I die. I'm gonna rate NXT 5 out of 5. That show
Oh, absolutely, bro. That was a perfect show. And, bro, like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch it today because I was at work. I've honestly not seen the show since it happened in 2018. But the fact that it pulls to my memory so, as well as it did, that should tell you the show was pretty good because I honestly have not watched it since that it was live.
I watched that show over a lot. Holy.
But Joe, the fact that you can still watch that show over and have a good time, that should tell you how good it was.
I don't know who couldn't. That show is perfect. Like,
what was
Roddy turning?
Can I ask you something? What was your favorite match on the show?
Oh my god. Oh.
And then I'm gonna follow it up by asking you, what's your favorite NXT match of all time?
Favorite match of that show had to be that ladder match. That ladder match was just so damn crazy. But my favorite NXT match is Johnny Wrestling versus Adam Cole for the vacant world title, I believe, at the time, at NXT TakeOver New York 2019.
Ain't that the one where he's dressed up as Iron Man?
I think. I'm not sure, but it's a 2 out of 3 falls, I believe.
They had an Iron Man match.
Was it that then? It was neither that or 2 out of 3 falls for.
Well, you can look it up, but
yeah, true. What am I saying? That's the good thing about the internet,
right? But if it is the one that I'm thinking, it was Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. It was an Iron Man match because I remember Johnny's outfit. He was dressed up as Iron Man.
Yeah, see, the one I'm talking about is TakeOver New York 2019, and it's for the NXT title in a 2 out of 3 falls.
What's the one I'm thinking of, though?
The one you're, because I know they did have that might have been.
It's the Iron Man. It's the Iron Man. Yeah. Is he alive or dead?
I know it's not showing it. I don't know why.
Hold on, I'll do it for you.
What I'm finding is 2 out of 3 falls. I'm not finding an Iron Man.
Hold on.
It might have been there's another one that says takeover Toronto. That might have been Toronto for all I know.
Hold on. Gargano versus Cole. No, Joe, the one I'm thinking about is this one right here. 24/7 renewing moisture. It's Takeover New York.
So that's the one that's my favorite right there.
That's the 2 out of 3 falls match. My bad, but it is where he's dressed up as Iron Man.
Yeah, see, honestly, bro, that match probably right there is the greatest NXT match for NXT. Now, the greatest tag team NXT match to me will always be the Revival versus DIY.
And bro,
Had a moment.
You're gonna kill me for this. I wasn't watching.
I don't know how.
When DIY was a team, when American Alpha and the Revival were there.
That's another great one.
I wasn't watching.
Dallas, bro. Takeover Dallas.
Like,
it was.
I'm going to be honest with you, brother. I did not start watching NXT week to week until they came to the USA Network.
You made a big bad choice there because that was when it went shit.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, personally, on the 2-hour, bro, like I can remember these shows all the way back to 2015 when Sasha and Bailey were going at it on Takeover or on the NXT weekly shows I were watching. I watched all of it.
So then let me ask you to compare the two. NXT on the WWE Network and then NXT when they went to TV.
NXT on the network was 1,000 times better than the one on TV. I just felt like they got lazy and just stopped caring at that time.
Well, I know part of it was Dusty Rhodes died, and he was a big part of the creation of NXT with Triple H. Like, and but bro, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never went back and watched a lot of it. Like, of course, everybody's seen Sasha versus Bailey take over New York.
Greatest women's match.
As far as watching back the old week to weeks of NXT, I've never done it.
I've watched them all, bro. From the first time that I seen Kevin Owens beat up Sami Zayn was the first moment that I fell back in love with NXT.
That's our evolution.
That was the first one that I watched because it kept saying NXT is on. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. And I fell in love. And that was the first ever from this NXT, not from like the show they were doing with all the freaking obstacle courses and shit. I'm talking about like.
That's why I didn't watch, because I remember when NXT first came out, they had what was it, the pros and the young guys.
I was a fan.
They would have to go, bro. How the fuck were you a fan of this? They had They had Titus O'Neil running and jumping and over barrels and shit.
I was a fan of it. I don't know why, bro, but I did. I watched it every Tuesday. That's to the point that I can remember.
Joe, were you high?
No, I just never really had friends. So
I feel that, brother. But man, you must have been bored. You must have been bored as fuck.
it could have been worse, but it got kind of
Like
bad to
Joe,
the point.
don't tell me that NXT was better than the
It's
NXT
not.
of today.
It's not, but it's the NXT I'm
So
talking about is
how can you watch? Let me ask you this though: how can you watch a game show NXT, but you can't watch the NXT that's on now?
because I just don't like it now. And at that time, I was one of those fans that just watched anything because it's wrestling. Now I'm like, I have to like something, and if I don't like it, I'm not talking about it, or I'm not watching it, or yeah.
Fair. So what you're saying is you grew the fuck up.
Yeah. But man, I'm telling you, that NXT feeling back in black and gold, I'll never forget it. I really do want to start, as long as there's no wrestling on, I want to review it on Sundays if you're always down. If not, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
All right, because these shows, bro, they need to be talked about because they were great. And I didn't get to be live at the time because I was younger, so we both were.
And most importantly, too, it makes you happy.
Yeah. And
I
I
can
can talk
see
about all
how-
the cool moments.
I can see how happy you are now remembering the old NXT. Like, you know,
I miss it, man.
I can tell it meant a lot to you.
It did. I miss it. Like, I truly do. Like, I really do.
Do you think we'll ever get it back?
No. And that's what breaks my heart. That time is gone, and I just have to accept it, and I don't want to.
It's all right, brother. You know what? Do you have a bong pack, Joe?
No, I took the last hit, so you're going to have to take the big bong hit for me.
All right. All right. I'm going to kill myself for you. I'm going to be like Ricochet because I love
Ricochet was so good.
that motherfucker almost died in that match, bro.
Dude, I just don't get how they didn't see nothing in this man, how you could drop the ball with him when you've seen how good he was in NXT. I don't get it.
I just think WWE's never cared for smaller wrestlers. Like,
Yeah.
bro, let's be real 100%. If Eddie Guerrero never died, Rey Mysterio would have never been a world champion. And I'm sorry, as much as his match sold, as good as he was, he would have never been in the main event.
He wasn't even heading that way, it looked.
No, he was a mid-carder, bro.
It's like Shawn Michaels is the only one that I could say that was small that got over and but got matchups.
Like, he became a star, bro, like a main
Yeah.
event star. And you want to know something? Because you said Sean's a small guy. He's 6 foot tall.
That's crazy.
Jeff Hardy, 6'1".
They don't look it.
And so when you're Rey Mysterio, 5'6", he's as tall as my mom, a little bit taller than my girlfriend. Bro, you don't really see wrestlers like that in the main event, and you never have. And you look at Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit; they were under 6 foot tall, but they were like Kurt Angle. They were wrestling machines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though they were small, they were so damn good it was undeniable.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah. So them winning the world title made sense. But guys like Ricochet, it's just like you got to understand. And it applies for Rey Mysterio because look at Rey since winning that world title in 2006. Yeah, he won it in 2011 for an hour, but has he ever felt that big since?
No, but I don't know. I'll forever say it that Ricochet, Aleister Black, people like that, those are world champions.
See, Malachi Black, Aleister Black, it bothers me. And Joe, you know, I talk a lot of shit because of how his booking has been over 2 companies. But this is the truth when it comes to Aleister Black. He has the look, he has the wrestling ability, he has the speaking ability, and he's legitimate. He is a real fucking kickboxer that could probably knock some motherfuckers out.
Yeah,
So,
like on everything.
I don't know how I don't know how when you have all the tools, you know what I mean, and then add the entrance, you know what I mean, then add the fans. You have all of this, and you're still not a main eventer. That I don't get.
That comes down to the owners just not giving a fuck. I don't know what else to say, bro. They can't go and say that they're not over. Bullshit. Oh,
Like,
they don't have it. They're not talented. Bullshit.
like Joe, let me ask you this: who is the biggest what if in W? And I'm going to focus on WWE. Who's the biggest what if in WWE?
There's 3. Cesaro's my top.
Okay.
Like, what if Cesaro would have been a world champion, bro? What if Cesaro would have had the biggest push of his career after throwing the Big Show out?
I'm going to focus on 37, all right? Because you've seen the reaction when he beat Seth. He was in the main event. He was going to face Roman for the title.
And then nothing happened.
I would have personally said Cesaro should have beat him.
Yeah. My second, Bray Wyatt. What if?
It comes down to them not knowing how to use him.
But he was this dude. I'm gonna say it, bro. It might piss off some fans. I don't care. But he is probably one of the greatest creations to ever come into WWE. Besides the Undertaker, everything he ever pitched and gave us on TV was excellent to great to legendary.
Bro, I want you to think about this. You name me one wrestler who's ever, every time that something's released of The Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse and Bray Wyatt, anytime something was released at that time, it sold out. Like, you name me any wrestler, bro, that you can honestly say they had that same thing. And even, like, bro, I can never forget it because I think it was fucking ridiculous. But they sold titles that the guy who made the Fiend mask made them. He made 500 titles that sold for $7,000, and it was that Fiend title, and they sold out.
The dude was Bray Wyatt was something.
And people say he's not a star, or we only care because he passed away.
Bullshit. Like, bullshit. I have been a fan of this dude since NXT when he was Husky Harris. How many fans could say that?
Damn.
Season 2 with Cody Rhodes as his pro. How many fans could say that?
I can't even say that. But damn.
And then he joined NXT. I didn't watch it at that time when he was the cult leader at the time.
Do you want to know 2 big what ifs? Since you mentioned Husky Harris. So, you know, the Fiend was always coming to get people who did him dirty in the past, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you can have Fiend versus Cody because of how he let Husky Harris down. And then you could also have, you remember when CM Punk whipped Husky Harris with the belt? You could have had that match.
Dude, the Cody one would have made so much sense, bro, because that's basically his guy from day one. Like,
what's up, brother?
Welcome back, brother. But yeah, man, honestly, I don't really know a third, though, because Bray and Cesaro, those 2 are the biggest what-ifs to me.
I'm going to say number 3, as much as I made fun of him, too. It's true. You cannot deny it. Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, yes. Dolph. What am I thinking? Dolph Ziggler for sure. What if he would have won after winning at Survivor Series in 2014? Imagine he would have won the Royal Rumble and then defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Bro, when he won Survivor Series with the Help of Stage, he was one of the most over in that fucking match. And then John Cena fucked it up because they had to bring back the Authority because Edge almost got killed. And fucking, but after that, bro, in 2015, they did nothing with him. And I'm just thinking, think about this. If he would have won matches consecutively, then goes to the Rumble, wins the Rumble, then even if he loses, bro, even if he fucking loses.
At least he was in the main event.
At least he was in the main event of WrestleMania. Give him 30 minutes. Like, bro.
That says more than what CM Punk wanted. I'm just kidding. I'm just being a dick, Phil.
Like, and I guess CM Punk's another what if, bro. Because, like, yeah, he's back and shit now. But CM Punk in his prime.
He got screwed over.
Like, I will say this. Twice of a lifetime should have never happened. CM Punk should have had the main event that year. Because do you remember the Raw before WrestleMania?
Yeah.
John Cena versus CM Punk?
Yeah.
That one, bro. CM Punk versus John Cena episode of Raw. Because remember, the power bomb was a banned move.
And he did it.
Punk ends up doing it.
Honestly, man, it's for sure Cesaro, Bray, and Ziggler. Those three are the biggest what ifs. Punk I could add in as a fourth, but those three for sure are the biggest. Like,
and I'm gonna say this: I know Cody Rhodes came back and all, and he's the champ now. But OG Cody Rhodes, like dashing Cody Rhodes, for example,
he should have been a world champion with that character.
Mm-hmm.
That character was great. With the mask too, loved it.
Oh, I'm dashing.
Yeah, loved it all.
Like, bro, I'm sorry. When CM Punk cut a promo on Vince talking about how he fired guys who were actually really good, friends of his that got fired too.
Luke Gallows.
Like Gallows, and a couple others.
Colt Cabana.
Yeah, Cabana. And Vince goes, they deserve to be fired, damn it. And then he goes, no, you just don't know how to book wrestling in 2011.
Everything this man has said has been facts. You can hate it, you can love it, you can cheer it, you can boo it, but he doesn't lie.
No, bro, even in 2007, he says, Vince, it'd be really fucking funny if, you ended up getting in a lot of trouble for fucking some bimbo in your company.
And look what happens all these years later. CM Punk, you know right, man. You've known right since day one. Because like I said, you can hate him or love him, but he is the most honest professional wrestler that just will tell you straight up. And that's why his fans love him.
That's why I can't hate the motherfucker. Because even when he's at fault and he's the one being a piece of shit, he's honest about it.
Yeah, we can't hate him for that. Like,
I know you're an asshole, but because you were honest about being an asshole, it makes you less of an asshole.
For real. For real, man.
But Joe, this hits for you, buddy. And then we got Monday Night Raw tomorrow, bro. I want to know how Mommy is going to get her hands on that little piece of shit.
What is Damian going to do? Because Finn Balor has turned back into his demon self.
So, bro, and this is where it gets good. I've heard people say the Judgment Day is over. I honestly think that you could have kept JD in the group. You could have kept Carlito in the group. And you're just getting rid of Rhea and Damian and replacing Rhea with Liv. I
think they are still in. I think it's all a plan. And JD and Carlito are going to grab Damian. And Balor's going to beat the shit out of him. And Liv is going to beat the shit out of Mommy. And we're going to end with Carlito getting his PS5 back like a legend that he deserves. You got to make sure he gets his stuff first. And then JD.
Now
what does JD want? What does JD want, though?
JD said, when he said, I don't even like this shirt, I don't know if it's because maybe it's because it had Rhea and Dom Dom on it. Maybe
he has a new shirt.
Right. You know what I mean? So that could go in a multitude of ways. That does not necessarily mean that he's out of the group. So I would personally keep the Judgment Day going, just once again without Priest and Rhea in it. But I just want to see Rhea murder Dominic.
For real. But we also can't forget the biggest part of tomorrow's show, the new World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. All hail, Gunther.
Bro, now not only is he king, He is
the king of the
world
world.
champion.
He's the champ of the world.
Yeah.
And he's going to slaughter and kill any man that gets in his way until John Cena and his 17th title match. Mark my words, bro.
Bro, do you think that should be John Cena's last WrestleMania is against Gunther?
I would take that, honestly. Does he win?
I mean,
Does
I
he
would
need
say
that
yeah,
17?
because maybe that's where he wins number 17. But a part of me also, bro, and maybe, it's part of, wanting your childhood a little bit. I kind of wanted it to be RVD, CM Punk, Randy Orton. The list can go on a little longer.
They'll still happen. It's just WrestleMania. Like, if Cena wins the Rumble and Gunther's the champion still,
but
we know
bro,
our match.
I just got a big feeling because Rock said himself, I'm not coming back until they go to Netflix. But when they go to Netflix, I'll be back full time. I have to believe that Rock wins the Rumble.
If it happens, I'm fine with it. It needs to make sense with the story into the Rumble. Like, don't just have someone that has no sense in this. Like, it needs to have a story going into it to win the Rumble. That's my opinion on that. And The Rock would have one, and Cena would too.
I'm just trying to think, what would that story be? You know what I mean?
Well, The Rock has one already. He wants to take the title. Like, that's his story, basically. And John Cena wants his 17th title. That's his story. I don't really know anyone else. Like, maybe CM Punk, because he wants his WrestleMania moment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's a few.
And that's what makes it hard, bro. But this is going to be what makes WrestleMania exciting, too. Anything can happen.
On the greatest holiday of the world, 420.
420. And
I can't believe that.
Bro, if I would have told you 3 years ago, WWE is going to be exciting again, you're going to want to watch it every single week.
And go to it.
And go to it. And WrestleMania is going to be on 420.
You know how many times I used to tell you I would never go back to another WWE show. I kept saying that for years.
You were done with Raw. You were done with SmackDown. Fuck WWE. Fuck Vince. Yes, I remember.
And now look at it. Triple H, not the greatest. He doesn't always do the greatest stuff, but he's booking a lot better and making a lot better.
Bro,
that SummerSlam card was perfect, bro. Like, that was, besides Nia.
It was the best one they've done since 2002. Like, and I mean it. You can watch 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. But, bro, there has not been a SummerSlam where I can tell you the whole card was perfect. Except 02 and this one.
Yeah. Also, like every match had a right outcome too. So that's another thing. I would say it's the best of the 20s.
Oh, definitely.
SummerSlam,
but
for sure.
Add the 10s in there, bro.
Yeah.
Really, name me one SummerSlam out of the 10s that you really want to go back and ever remember.
The Daniel Bryan's Triple H heel turn the Triple H heel turn was crazy, but not the whole show was good. It was just 2 parts, really.
And, bro, that's how I feel about 08. That's how I felt about 07. And 06 was good. But
05 had good moments. It's just not the full show.
No, 09 had Punk and Jeff. But is the whole show worth it?
No. Taker showing up on the bottom was cool too, but other than that, I kind of agree with you. Well,
and so that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it's no disrespect to any of these years for SummerSlam, but if you truly think about it, which one had these where you can say, Brandon, I enjoyed almost every match on this show. You can only say it about 2002 and 2024.
Yeah, I agree, brother.
But here we go, brother. This is the last one of the night. And I will be honest with you, tonight went a lot longer than we originally planned.
I'm fine with it.
It makes me happy, Joe, to see you passionate about wrestling. that smile that you've had and the little bit of a glow in your eye that you've had. You don't ever really get that anymore. And so to see you talking about NXT and being passionate about it, that's what makes me want to do these every Sunday.
I'm excited for it, man. So next Sunday we'll do Takeover Chicago 2017, and tomorrow's Monday Night Raw. I'm hyped for it. The show's gonna be great. Tuesday we can take a break because honestly, there's really nothing on Tuesdays.
Bet. And
then Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown.
And I'd be down for that. And so here we go, brother. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Good night.